guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have NFL Week 6 predictions. So, if you saw my Week 5 recap from Tuesday, you know that my record this week was 7-7, again at 500, and my overall right now is 39-38, just one game above 500, so I've been just about even all season long, and I'm looking to change that here in Week 6. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into this week's games. So first we have the 49ers at Bills. That's at the top because the Bills are my favorite team, and I put them in NFL Mobile as my favorite team, so that's why their game is first. But I will pick the Bills with a three game win streak over the 4-1 Patriots, 3-2 Rams, and 2-3 Cardinals. So I am going to pick the Bills over the 1-4 49ers, who are starting Colin Kaepernick this week. So, I think that Colin Kaepernick will start the game with taking a knee, as he normally does, and I think the Bills will end it by taking a knee, like they have been doing the last 3 weeks. So I'm picking the Bills over the 49ers. Next up, Broncos at Chargers. The Chargers are 1-4, but all 4 of their losses are very close. The Broncos lost a lot of momentum with their loss last week to the Falcons. Yes, they had some injuries. Trevor Siemian was out, but he should be playing this week. Paxton Lynch didn't do too great, but I think the Chargers are due for their second win, and I think the Chargers will advance to 2-4, beating the Denver Broncos. And the Broncos will get their second loss of the season and sit at 4-2 after this week. So next up, we have the 1-3 Jacksonville Jags at the 1-4 Bears. This should be a good one. The Jaguars just coming off their bye week. They had 2 weeks to rest after the win in London. I don't know why that just happened, but I think I'm gonna go with the Jaguars over the Bears. Yes, the Bears did almost just beat the Colts last week, but I think that I gotta pick the Jaguars over the Bears. The Bears just have 1 win this season. I mean, so do the Jaguars, but they had a huge win in London over a division rival and then 2 weeks to rest. I think I'm gonna pick the Jaguars over the Bears. Next up, the 3-2 Rams and the 2-3 Lions. So 3-2, 2-3. This should be a good game. Lions last week gave the Eagles their first loss of the season, and the Rams lost to the Bills 30-19. Gonna pick the Lions at home, just 1 game right now behind the Rams in the playoff hunt. They're both right outside. The Rams and Redskins at 3-2 are the first behind, and a bunch of 2-3 teams are right behind, one of them being the Lions. So I'm gonna pick the Lions over the Rams. Next up, 4-1 Steelers at 1-4 Dolphins. The Dolphins' only win was against the 0-5 Browns, and I think it's obvious. Why does it keep doing that? I think it's obvious who I'm going to pick here. The Steelers, obviously, over the Dolphins. I don't think it'll be as far apart as most people think. I think it will be kind of close since Miami is home, but I think the Steelers will win it over the Miami Dolphins. Next up, the 2-3 Bengals, not looking too good this season. At the 4-1 Patriots, their only losses to the Bills when they didn't have Tom Brady. But Brady's back for a second straight game last week against the Browns, and that was just kind of a warm-up game. But this week against the Bengals, which is also kind of a warm-up game, the Bengals are just 2-3 this season. But I am going to pick the Patriots at home. I mean, they're in Foxborough, and the Bengals not looking too good this year, just like some other teams. But, yeah, that's about it. Patriots over Bengals, not much to say about that one. Next up, the 1-4 Carolina Panthers, who were absolutely terrible this year after making it to the Super Bowl last year, but falling just short. So in their last 6 games, they are 1-5 if you count the Super Bowl, so they are not looking too good. So I'm going to pick the Saints at home. They're 1-3, coming off a bye week, and also their 3 losses are all pretty close. I think the Saints will win it and go to 2-3, and the Panthers will fall to 1-5 and 1-6 in their last 7 games. Next up, the Ravens have lost 2 games in a row. The Giants have lost 3 in a row, but the Giants are home. The Ravens have an easy schedule, and I still think they'll lose and get their 3rd straight loss and fall to 3-3. I think the Giants will advance to 3-3 and beat the Ravens. Next up, the 0-5 Browns at the 2-3 Titans. And if you think about it, the Titans are just 1 game out of the playoffs right now in their division. If you look at the standings for their division, where is it? Right here. Texans at 3-2, they're right behind, and got the Titans and Colts at 2-3, and then the Jaguars at 1-3. That division is going to heat up just like it does every year. The Texans had 2 straight losses, and they're both bad to the 4-1 Patriots and 5-0 Vikings. But anyways, I'm going to pick the Titans over the Browns. I think the Browns will fall to 0-6 this week and probably be 0-16 at the end of this year. Next up, 3-1 Eagles at 3-2 Redskins. I think the Eagles will get their second loss in a row because the Redskins are also on a winning streak, just like the Bills. Redskins and Bills both have 3 wins in a row. I'm gonna pick the Redskins over the Eagles. Next up, the 2-2 Chiefs because they just came off a bye. Wait, they are 2-2, I think. That sounds right. Yeah. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. 2-2 Chiefs at the 4-1 Raiders, I believe. Raiders, they just barely beat the Chargers last week. Don't know why that keeps popping up. But I think the Raiders will get the win over the Chiefs in Oakland. I just don't think that the Chiefs are that good. After getting killed by the Steelers. Yes, they had a week off. Don't know why that keeps popping up. I think it's because I don't have much storage left on my phone. That's why it normally does it. So just try to ignore that for these last 4 games after this. But yeah, I will pick the Raiders over the Chiefs. Yeah, it's because I don't have any storage left on my phone. But yeah, Raiders 4-1. I think they will beat the Chiefs, even though they just barely beat the 1-4 Chargers last week. But all 4 of the Chargers losses were very close. So yeah, next up, the 4-1 Dallas Cowboys at the 3-1 Packers in Lambeau. But I'm going to take the Cowboys. I just think that the Cowboys are a much better team this year. Packers didn't look too good, beating a 2-3 team just by 7. And they also even struggled to beat the Jaguars, who are 1-3 this season. So I'm going to pick the Cowboys over the Packers. Next up, a big game, Falcons at Seahawks. 4-1 Falcons, 3-1 Seahawks. But I think that I will take the Falcons and to advance to 5-1 after their huge win over the Broncos. I do think the Falcons will win it over the Seahawks. Next up, the 2-3 Colts at 3-2 Texans. Yes, it's only week 6, but this is a critical matchup for the division. I think the Colts will win it coming off a win, and the Texans coming off of 2 straight losses, so Colts over Texans. Next up, 1-4 Jets, 2-3 Cardinals. Both teams definitely disappointing this season, but the Cardinals coming off a big win over the 49ers, and I am going to pick the Cardinals at home on Monday night. Teams on bye are the Vikings and Buccaneers. If I can get to focus. There you go. So yeah, that is my predictions for week 6. Let's go over them one more time. Bills over 49ers. Chargers over Broncos. Jaguars over Bears. Lions over Rams. Steelers over Dolphins. Patriots over Bengals. Saints over Panthers. Giants over Ravens. Titans over Browns. Redskins over Eagles. Raiders over Chiefs. Cowboys over Packers. Falcons over Seahawks. Colts over Texans. And Cardinals over Jets. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below on my predictions. Tell me if you agree, if you disagree. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.